Hello. 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 As we are waiting for others, I request to be patient. Other people are joining up. Hello, good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
I've seen I think Lydian has joined. Beza was online. I don't know what happened to her. Let me just put you here the chat to see which people are there. Beza was there. I don't know where she has gone. Tinka Lydian, you are my new friend. I don't know. Have you just used the Tinka Lydian or you are the Komuhinda, you know?
Okay, let me put what you understand.
It's okay. Just tell me as long as we get to know who you are.
Yeah, it's the one.
Oh. Oh, good evening, Lillian.
Good evening, dear heart.
I'm okay. So, Lillian, Lillian,
First try call.
sorry.
First try calling some. First try calling some other people, then we start.
You have been trying to contact them. They have all received my messages. However, I'm not seeing them coming online.
Maybe data is the issue.
Oh. But I wanted at least like 3 of us, if we can join, then others can find us. That's why I was wondering why Mbeza is not online. I thought that Indonesia was online. Let me try contact her and she comes back so that we can at least start. Then others are going to find us on the way.
Okay.
Lillian, there is another issue we want to talk about. Let us just about it as these people are joining. That issue of like a mobile. Hello?
Hello.
Lillian?
You've got her. Have you tried talking to her?
Yeah. I'm trying talking to her right now. Lillian, I've contacted 2 of them. They are coming. Let's wait. Help members, I think most of you are unable to join. I don't know what's wrong, but the concern is we are trying to create an environment so that all of us can interact with one another. I know, like how Lillian said, most of you have data issues. We are all having such problems. We are not all well off. But please, as a symbol of love for what we are doing, I request everyone to be at least showing up or getting the way of being connected with us so that we can move on. Yeah. Right now, I'm just waiting for you for other 30 minutes. You should join up so that we can proceed. I'm going to proceed with any that join up. I won't wait for the rest. So hope I'm clear. Yes, Miss Pasco. Good evening, my friend. I'm good. How are you doing? Pasco, I'm sorry. I thought that you were in the group. I didn't inform you about today's evening meeting. Yeah, on the Zoom. I was trying to inform you if you can join up. We share some ideas about how we are going to communicate in this COVID discussion. So that's all. We are going to meet for around 40 minutes. I have sent it right now in your inbox. I've just sent it to you. Sorry? Mm. Mm. Yo? Okay. It's okay, it's okay. Okay. The next days we are going to be discussing entirely. The next discussions we are going to be discussing real course units. So today is a day that was to plan up for what we are going to do. I don't know. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's a, it's okay. All right. All right. Hello, Pauline. Pauline. Pauline, are you mute? Good evening, Pauline. Pauline, can you hear me? Something wrong with your phone, maybe. Pauline, can you hear me? So this is the layout of what we needed to talk more about, though still now people, you have not joined up. I came late because I had two meetings almost in the same time. I didn't do that intentionally. By the second meeting was our dinner meeting for some organization and just came abrupt. So I had to attend it partially so that I come to you people. Still on, but I wanted to take the rest of the time with you because the other side, they are going to give me a recording and I will follow up with the rest of the stuff. I request you to join up with me. We finish this in time. At least by 9 we shall be done. And we make up a program, a timetable for the next session. Pauline, I don't know what's wrong with your microphone.
No, I can hear you. I'm still reading through the stuff you've written.
Oh, I get. So, Pauline, the main concern is these are the things that ideally I have come up with, as I think they are the most probable crucial issues as to why we are going to discuss about here. And others are for you to come up with so that we can fix other problems. Probably tomorrow and other days we are going to be having discussions, especially in the evening. We shall make up a timetable for us to follow so that we have even an aim for reading. When we have a timetable, that's the best way to have an aim for reading. You know, when you're alone, you can read like 1 page, 2 pages. But like here, if we have a timetable, you know that at 17 hours, I'll be having, let me say, EM, a discussion, and probably have to provide my answers to the rest of the group. So it will help you to read, actually, to read with all your heart to understand, so that you present some reasonable information with us here, and others to share up with us so that we can make corrections to those who have made mistakes, and they make corrections if we make any. I know things are not easy for all of us. So probably, I don't know.
I get what you said.
I
So I'm
don't know.
asking the timetable we are making.
The timetable.
Should we, yeah, the revision timetable.
Yeah.
Will it be like basing on the previous examination timetable, or we are just making one for just
We are
at our own convenience?
we are making one that will fit in our needs for the rest of the days up to 60.
Okay.
So we want to fix that
Math.
period. Yeah? We want to fix that period so that we can come up with at least a 2 weeks timetable for us to revise effectively. So what we are trying to say, their program is by 60th, we are starting exams. That is their program. We don't know if it's valid or not. Our program should be by 60th, we should be prepared for the exams.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is why I need to gather up with you here so that we can come up with a timetable, which we are going to follow in our meantime. Pauline, I would like to ask you one question.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Which course units do you have with us in common?
We do math,
Mm-hmm.
programming,
Mm.
and network theory.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's all. Wait. Yeah, that's all. I think there is one I've forgotten, but I don't know which one.
Mm. So you said we are doing in common programming,
Math.
then math,
Then math,
then network theory.
network theory. What other questions do you do? What I mean.
So the questions we do, there is also electronic circuits. I think,
That one we don't share it with you. Even the content, it's not the same at all.
yeah.
Then electromagnetism. We
Oh,
don't do it with you, but we learn the same stuff.
they are exactly the same.
For electromagnetism,
Do I have anything I've forgotten? I think those are the one. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, probably they are these ones. So almost we are having focus units in common entirely.
Yeah.
So we can make up a program. I won't wait for these people to join up because there is no time for them. I have another meeting to enter at by 9. So I wanted us to discuss about what to do. I'll send them the video so that they can follow up. What they will have like a complaint, it's their fault because I've given them time to come and share their ideas with us. They have not made it. So we shall proceed. 1 or 2 people, I don't care. I will move up with those people who are serious because there are very many things to cater for. So starting with today, let us use our normal calendar. Which of these questions do you think that can need an extra time compared to the rest? Depending on
I have a feeling.
Mm.
I have a feeling like we'll start with math.
We start
So
with
we should do like exams. So we should do its discussions earlier this week and like understand stuff.
Yeah.
So that later towards exams, we are just perusing through things. But then electromagnetism really needs a lot of work.
Okay. So what could be your suggestion about electromagnetism that needs more time?
Think like give its discussions more time, more past papers, such stuff.
Do you think,
And network theory won't need that a lot of work.
yeah?
Programming, some, there I don't know. But
Yeah.
yeah, math and electromagnetism.
Math and electromagnetism. Okay, so which of these questions do you think that for you at least, even if you don't get enough time with discussions of other people, you can at least sit, read, and pass it the way you could need?
Programming, where you can forge your way around.
Yeah,
And maybe network theory.
and network
But I
theory.
saw you people's electronic circuits, it needed like you people to read. Ours doesn't, because it's basically circuit theory of first year.
Oh, it's okay. Let us discuss about what you entirely have with us in common. So these people which have not joined us, they are the people that have to talk about electronic circuits. Because me personally, I have my way forward on it. I know it's tedious, but I have my way forward on it. So I wanted to share their ideas so that I can fix up that gap. So for electromagnetism, I had an idea. You remember our first days when we tried to discuss the other time? It was a bit
Yeah.
crowded because it wasn't clear. By then I wasn't using a PC. I was using my mobile phone. So I saw it as a bit difficult for us to have effective learning using a phone, like someone sharing. Again, the phone is freezing, you get it? So I decided to try a way of communicating with you people using a laptop, because a laptop is a bit good in internet than the mobile phone. So
Okay.
for
Also, it
electromagnetism, I
about
think
the
we shall use past papers majorly, question answer approach. I think that could be the best way.
first wait. About electromagnetism, the first weeks it was tedious to discuss it because we had forgotten most of the stuff. So if you could do some introduction, right? Like introduction of the notes right before we jump into the past papers and the question and answer. Because you will know how to do the question and the answer. Well, perhaps you forgot everything. And like those answers need a basis of like the earlier introduction stuff. So if you could do the small introduction, not of the obvious stuff, like the ones we learned in high school, but
the
you
one
get, I don't
that I knew.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
I
need
get.
introduction before we start question and answer and question and answer.
Oh, I get your point. So about that, we shall do it together in a way that Pauline, you need to revise before we go for discussion, so that if someone is explaining to the rest of the group, we are really communicating. It's not like
I get.
communicating and the other is just following. We are really communicating. So about
So
that
maybe we
issue,
maybe we could start with the easier questions
with
before we do the hard questions. Because trust me, you were doing the hard questions.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought that I was doing questions. I didn't differentiate the hard and the easier questions.
First start with the easy, then that will help with the introduction.
Yeah, actually, about electromagnetism, especially to the other rest of the group, most of the people passed well the test, the online assignment, that assessment. I had a feeling that if people can put in more focus on it, it is an A to get. If someone can get around 40 out of 60, 45 out of 60 in the final paper, I'm assuring you that person could have got around 38 and above out of 40 in the test. So I was looking upon it as an easy paper for us to get an A if someone programs it very well. Likewise, for you, I heard that your test wasn't that much easy, but to someone who is okay with
I will need more than 40 out of 60. I think I will need like 50.
50. Exactly, you can make it. 8. You can make it. PM. So about EM, we shall make a final conclusion about it at the end of this discussion. I'm assuring you EM is going to be effective, especially here, because for it, it's all about understanding the concept. Also math about how you said you are very right. Math also needs some boosting, so that by the time we reach that date, math isn't another problem to cater for. So for programming, it will be all about sharing the ideas and doing the programs. First of all, we had to do the past paper. We didn't do it. I wanted to come up with the solutions for that past paper. So if someone can start doing those questions as soon as possible. And by the time we start discussing, we don't have much more to say about the questions, but all about an easy explanation. How do you think about, how can we go about network theory?
Network theory, the last time we had discussed it, it was actually fine. We were on like a good track. Problem is I even left most of my books at school that have network theory. But for it, the question and answer, it was fine. There is no hard question, no simple question. There we can just go normal flow, like get a past paper and go through it.
Okay. So for network theory, question answer approach is effective.
Yeah.
What about math?
As for math, there I'm not so sure, because the last time I heard that said this man won't give us formulae like the previous years. So I don't even know whether we should just start by cramming formulae and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then again,
Hazel had talked about it last time that the man will not provide us with those formulae. I don't know, but
So basically,
I think we shall need to know the formulae of all the stuff. So for math, it can be okay if we are doing question answer, as long as someone doing a question can explain the basic concept behind the question setting. How do you see?
yes, please. Yeah, but we shall first need to revise, like,
And that's why we are
before the
making
question.
this program. When we write here like programming time, we put there the time and the date. It means that for the rest of that date, we have to know, everyone has to know that today evening we are going to discuss this and this. Coverage will be this and this. So that's why we are making a timetable, so that it can drive us. You know, you can't sit and read when you don't have an aim.
Okay.
Yeah. So for this, I'm going to follow what we have discussed together here. For the date, we are going to program between today and 5th, by the way, because 60th will be the day of communication, final communication. So it will be between
And about math,
about
I had a math. I
mm,
had an idea
mm,
that those numbers that need formula, they're not going to give us.
mm,
We should just know, like, we shouldn't over concentrate on them,
mm.
but concentrate on the earlier numbers.
We
They say they weren't doing Fourier
series
transform, but they were doing the Fourier equations,
the
something.
lady said the
Mhm.
lady said we shall have to know Fourier series, Fourier transform, but among Fourier series part,
Eh,
she had told us that let us concentrate more on complex Fourier series, because she's targeting that part exactly. So
now that's what I'm thinking. Like, we concentrate on the Fourier series part. Make sure that when such a number comes, those are assured full marks.
okay,
Instead of like overtime on these numbers where we need formulae, where you may forget a single number or a single negative sign in the formula, and then
yeah.
the whole number is gone.
So the
So,
point is we concentrate on what we think we know so that we can know it better.
yeah.
Okay, that's a good idea. So I think that's. Or do you have any addition about what we are planning?
Not really.
How do you see, how will we plan about the coverage in every discussion? Because uh, every 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 arrangement should have a definite coverage. Like if this day we are going to do this and this, it will be in this coverage, this and that, like that. How will we program it? Like, how long should we program the coverage should be? Because someone can be able to read and understand like 5 subtopics, or 3 or 2 in like 6 hours. Another person can need like a day. You get, we don't have the same capturing energy, that energy of getting the information. Some people get tired easy when reading. They're not used to reading. So how should we go about that?
For math, we should do a topic per day.
A topic.
Yeah, a topic.
Mm.
Like these topics we are well versed with. Now, the ones like buzzwords and those ones, we can give 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Then network theory.
Yeah.
Those ones, since it's like question answer, we can do a paper. If we can make it to like 2 papers, that would be well and good. But
Okay.
minimum should be a paper per day.
All right. So what about
Yeah. EM.
yeah.
EM. I think after introduction, like going through the beginning stuff, that's when it will have a smooth flow. But otherwise,
Eh,
I don't even know.
so so probably EM is a hard part for you.
Yes,
I get. And programming,
there I have no idea since I've never seen a past paper.
you have never seen a past paper.
Never, never.
I remember sending that paper last time.
I don't know. I never saw.
Oh, sorry. Also, I sent even some of the solutions I did, like in programming stuff. The programming book we are going to be using, I saw that as if it was good. It is that programming textbook. I don't know if you have it.
Yeah,
Programming.
I saw that.
That book is good. So I think it's the one we are going to be using. That program is textbook. It's smooth, it has questions, answers, it has basic concepts. Generally, it's good. So it can
Okay.
help us understand the concepts the lady wants. And about programming, I want to talk about the coverage. When you look about past papers, the lady is more interested in creativity. When you look about past papers, the way she asks the question, she asks a question which is exactly in a book, but the way she asks the question, she can alter it somehow, some way. The book where I saw she could ask exactly the same questions the way they are in the book, it is that Python programming with examples textbook. The way the question appears in that textbook, it's the same way the lady asks it. Now, when you come to that programming textbook, she only concentrates on examples majorly. She doesn't concentrate on the tryout questions. Meaning, when we are studying programming, let us try to be creative first and think big in programming. That was my idea about it. Because for it is easy for us to come here. Everyone can try a number, share the program. It's hands-on. For it, it's okay. Not like this one whereby others have to first put a tender eye on someone who is trying to present. So it's okay for programming. We shall follow the textbook, especially the other part, object-oriented programming. Most of the students have concentrated more on the other first parts of Python. They are not differentiating about the other Python learning and the object-oriented part. And the lady is more focused on the object-oriented part because it's the one we are studying right now. That class is object, whatever. So that stuff we have to concentrate more about it. Other part will be polymorphism. And I think that's I think there are four polymorphism, that concatenating stuff and other related stuff of that kind. So those are the things we need to concentrate more on in programming for us to pass that paper very well, because it is covering most of its part. Yeah, about programming, that is my idea. So let us make a tomorrow's
Okay.
let us make a tomorrow's program, and I would like to ask you, what could be the convenient time for us to meet? Because if you ask me personally, I'll tell you there is no time that is convenient for me. But if you tell me your time, I can fix my time in your time. So I can't tell you my time because there is no time convenient for me. So I would like to tell me what could be your convenient time. Because for me, I can fit that time.
2 to 4 during day. Because
During
by the time we reach night, we are really tired.
by the time you read
Like,
in the evening,
so it should be like 2 to 4.
2 to 4.
Mm.
It's fair. However, I was suggesting, why don't we extend an hour a bit, like 3 to 5?
I think that also works.
Because at two, probably most of my days, two is not a stable time for me. 3 and above is okay. I can fix that. What of weekend program? Because I don't know if the weekend is the same the way other days are. Like if we have a weekend discussion, especially a Sunday. First, tell me about the Sunday program, because I know in the Sunday we have to pray. But these days we don't go and attend the services. We have to attend them either online, something of that kind. So, what is your better time on Sunday? Sunday I'm free.
Sunday, the whole day I'm free. It's Saturday when I'm not free. I pray on Saturday.
You pray on Saturday. Oh, for me Sunday I'm free from around 11, because at around 11 we already done with the Sunday services. Then 12 and above is okay, especially 12:30 after having my early lunch. First, and I don't do more things.
For me, anytime for you, it's fine. So long as it's not night time.
And nighttime is nighttime is not convenient on weekend. So weekend we shall have early discussions. I don't know. What about Saturday? Because Saturday you have told me that day is a bit busy for you. What about Saturday? Which time do you think that we can fix?
Saturday 6 onwards, like 6 p.m. onwards.
6
It's
p.m.
fine.
onwards.
For 1 hour.
For 1 hour. That will be for you. But at standard, we shall meet for around 2 hours minimum. So it will depend on the opportunity, by the way. If a number can be done in that time, or 2 numbers, depending on the course unit, then it's okay. We shall finish in our time. Okay. So for the rest of the weekdays, we have suggested we can start by 3 and above.
Yes, please.
So for the weekend programs, we shall have early discussions starting at around 1 and above.
Okay.
Saturday, let us agree 6 p.m. and above. I don't want anyone to miss, because we all want to at least gain something. Let us start at 6 and above. I think if we start at 6 exactly, if we stop at around, even if it's 7:30, it's okay. 7:30 or 8, it's okay for 2 hours. So we shall start at exactly 6 on Saturdays. So according to what we have discussed here, I'm going to sit. I proceed with this timetable. I write time, date, coverage according to the way. Now I will share it in the group together with the recording, which we shall base on to start our programs, but in particular tomorrow. Then I would like to ask you, what should we start with tomorrow?
There, I'm not so sure. Maybe math.
You should be sure, because what you're going to say, it's what you are going to prepare for. by around 3. In the daytime, we are going to share questions which we shall discuss. So I wanted, before we share these questions, we make tomorrow's program such that as we are sharing the questions, of which I know everyone has those questions, you have a Chubi. So as we are sharing those questions, it's not a hard task for you to go through them, write the answers, and you share them with us here. The mode of sharing information, by the way, I've not talked about it. How do you see, how will we share the information from one to the other?
I think it should be the way we used to be when we were discussing physically. A person goes to the board and discusses the question. But then here it will be screen sharing, I think.
Yeah.
Like your solution, search, maintain cans, take pics of your work and share with the group.
So because you shall need to take pics, I request that as you are taking pics, you make sure you take them before we meet, because everyone will be given that chance to correct one the other. For example, if Simon has done a number and you are not contacted about the method Simon used, you'll be free to present your method so that another person can learn it. Don't care about whether the answer is the same. What we care about is which method is easier for the rest and convenient. So I request that everyone shall be trying to take those pictures as early as possible. When it reaches to sharing, it's not taking so much time for the person to take pics and then come back online for sharing. So I request you do it before we meet. Another idea I had is about, if you don't mind, you can compile them in a PDF so that you can save that PDF on your phone. Like when you are explaining to the rest, it's like a PDF format of kind. Someone can just follow up, like you scroll, you explain, instead of opening a pic and then you go back to photos, pick another one like that. So it will be more organized if you create a PDF for those pics you will share. I think it will be more convenient in that way. If you can't create a PDF, it's okay. Any mode of sharing a pic will be accepted, because as long as it will be clear, it will be accepted, because we can't restrict you from the mode of sharing the pic. So that is another request I have for you.
Okay, that's fine.
So for today, guys, I have 10 minutes to 9. I request that we finalize up. Other people will get informed as soon as I send the messages and this recording link online.
I think we've discussed everything that needed to be discussed.
Yeah.
Probably we should just other people's ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After them viewing what we have discussed about, I think they will give out their ideas in the group. I'm told about the rest of the members. The major concern today, I don't know, I informed them earlier, but their major concern, their complaint is they didn't have data, which is okay. I know that is a bigger problem that is not easy to fix. And another group is some of them had issues with their phones. They were using phones to join. So that is the major reason why people who joined was on and off, and those who have not joined were completely down due to those reasons. So They have told me that next time they will be able to join in time. So they have sent their apologies. I think Mbeza, you can have a very good evening. Let me
Okay.
move myself for the next meeting. Thank you for attending. Thank you for being positive.
Okay, good night to you too.
Right, likewise. So members, I think that's all we have discussed. I request that next time we make sure we are attending in time. Such issues like data problems, I request, please let's find a way of fixing that problem. My point of concern about data was if someone can access Adam House and you are in town, Adam House is a building, white building. Its opposite, Christ the King Church in Kampala. So it's a building near Communications House. After Communications House along that same road, you go to Adam House. So those are the landmarks you can follow up so that you can reach Adam House. Adam House, they sell their SIM cards of like a mobile at around 10K. You just need to go with only your one national ID and you in person. So I request if you are in Kampala to save data issues. Me, I'm in village, but I'm using Leica. Yeah, it's not that much connected, but I can communicate to you. So use that SIM card for effective communication with us. Their data is a bit cheaper compared to other service provider networks. So I request you to at least get like a mobile SIM card. I request. So for the rest of the issues like being on and off, I hope they won't be due to data issues. They will be due to like network for people who are in villages, something of that kind. So let us try to work hand in hand to be connected. Yeah, because today I expected you people to be online. Sorry, I have some pause.